Alright, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to picture that it's a beautiful summer night, just like it is today. Now, you're at a family barbecue, and I want you to think about what's cooking on the grill. Really think about it. Now, I know most of you are going to think hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue chicken, maybe even ribs if you're trying to go all out. But what if I told you those hamburgers and hot dogs that you just imagined came at a huge cost? And I'm not talking about a monetary cost. The animals that are being used for your food underwent torturous conditions just for your summer barbecue. However, a meatless diet would combat the need for the animals and the cruelty that goes behind it. We as a society need to cut out meat from our diets. There are so many benefits to choosing a vegetarian lifestyle, but before I go into those benefits, I first want to further explain just the type of conditions that these animals go through. The way the animals are treated in today's society is, quite frankly, kind of disgusting. Factory farms abuse the animals, and their only interest is in profit. And this is all done at the animals' welfare. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, over 95% of farm animals are raised in factory farms. Over 95%. People claim to care about animals, but the sad reality of it is that animals raised for food are one of the least protected animals in the United States. With these animals being the least protected, they are susceptible to poor proper hygiene, and this creates a breeding ground for terrible diseases such as Salmonella, E. coli, and other pathogens of that nature. While all of these animals are all put into this one area, this creates a huge amount of waste along with it. And all of this waste has to go somewhere. And that goes into the ground, it goes into the water we drink, it goes into the air that we breathe. However, nothing can really compare to the actual conditions that these animals have to live in. Now, I want you guys to all look a little bit further at just what type of conditions these animals have to live in. You can see that these animals are all pushed up right next to each other, nowhere to move, and these are the type of conditions that they have to live in. They're not the type of conditions that I would want to live in. Now, these factory farms, they face overcrowding, they face being in cages, unable to move, unable to engage in natural, proper animal behavior. Many don't even get the chance to go outside. Their entire lives are spent inside these cages, not able to go anywhere. Now, that's not the type of life that I would want to live. But by cutting meat out of our diets, we're able to eliminate the need for these factory farms and improve the quality of life for these animals. Now that we've talked about the proper care of the animals and how we'd be able to improve that by eliminating meat from our diets, I want to go ahead and further talk about the actual health benefits that we can take on. So while choosing to cut meat out of our diets may be difficult at first, the overall benefits are well worth it. A study was done by the University of Oxford that showed people who did not eat meat had a lower body mass index than the people that did. There's also been additional studies that show how cutting meat out of our diets actually lowers your cholesterol just as much as medication would. So by choosing no meat in our diets, we're eating more vegetables, we're eating more fruits, whole grains, beans, everything that can go ahead and lower our cholesterol levels. Actually, Medical News Today states that the number one cause of death in the United States is heart disease. Now, believe it or not, choosing a vegetarian lifestyle would be able to lower the risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Now, by eliminating meat from our diets, we're able to tackle the health crisis that is in America, and we are able to go ahead and improve our overall health and well-being. And now that we're able to talk about those, even with all these sources coming into play stating how beneficial choosing a vegetarian lifestyle may be, people still remain skeptical. With a meatless diet, people are concerned about where they're going to get their protein intake from. And many of the foods that we actually eat already contain protein in them. Some of these foods being spinach, eggs, peanut butter, nuts, beans. And a majority of these foods are actually already a part of our everyday lives. And even if they weren't, they are easily implemented into them. And on their own, these foods may be incomplete proteins, but together they work together to make a complete protein and give us the overall well-balanced diet that we need. Yet people still like to say that they prefer meat over not. They say they like the taste, they like the texture, but in today's society there are more and more products coming in every single day and that replicates the taste and texture of meat to the point where people can't even tell the difference. So there's becoming less and less excuses for people to say that they can't choose a vegetarian lifestyle. Now, today, I was able to go ahead and explain the overall benefits of a vegetarian lifestyle. By cutting out meat, we are able to not only improve the lives of the animals and our environment, but we are also able to improve our overall health as well and offer healthy alternatives to meat. We can do better as a society and cut out meat from our diets. Thank you.